Charlie Kirk is a skilled debater, so it's very difficult to pin him down in a lie, but that's what we're about to do. When I was attending his propaganda rally at Texas A&M, a person in the audience correctly pointed out to Charlie that Phoenix Eichner, the person who's currently detained for the attack in Florida State, is a far-right extremist. Now, I didn't know that much about Eichner at the time, so I didn't know exactly how bad it was going to get. But upon hearing that accusation, and specifically the accusation that Eichner was a supporter of Charlie Kirk, Kirk absolutely lost his shit.
Shame on you to try to connect me with someone that did an act of violence, that became a liberal and was connected with the left-wing influencers that are here. He was more connected with the circus show than with Turning Point USA.
Did you see that where he pointed into the crowd? That's where I was standing, along with fewer than a dozen of other liberal content creators, standing in front of about 2,000 screaming teenagers wearing red hats, cornered between a metal barricade and a brick building. Absolutely nowhere to go. And Kirk is telling all of those kids that this guy is one of our supporters. Eichner is a registered Republican, a red hat wearing extremist who would have blended in perfectly with the group of people around us. And Kirk just straight up lied about his political views that were so extreme they got him kicked out of a political club in college.
He espoused so much white supremacist rhetoric and far-right rhetoric as well, to the point where we had to exercise that rule.
That rule being people who espoused views of violence and hate would be removed from the group. Now, if Charlie wants to debate over what's wrong with Eichner, I am perfectly capable of doing that. But that is obviously not something he wants to do, because he understands what would happen if those thousands of screaming kids standing in front of him, kids wearing the exact same hat that Eichner is wearing in this photo, realize the truth. That the political and philosophical arguments coming from Charlie Kirk's mouth and the absolutely abhorrent atrocities coming from people like Phoenix Eichner are cut from the same cloth.